Mr. Chairman, introducing shareholder Spiro Arkouzis.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thought I wasn't going to get my turn.
Everyone gets a turn.
Look, I'd like to bring a bit of positive energy to our meeting today. Historically, I've had an exceptional relationship with Bank of Queensland. We traded in property and we've had some wonderful experiences where we've had settlements and we needed immediate support, and that was given within such a short time. That was excellent. And so to the bank managers and even David Liddy, I'd like to say thank you so much historically. On the positive that I'd like to bring to the meeting, in your report on page 22, it mentioned how customer complaints have gone up. Part of that is because of scams, and I'm thinking, well, obviously there are systems and protocols out there and computer software that is available, and CBA CEO Matt Comyn has made that available to all banks to link names to the bank accounts so that fraud and tracking of money and tracking of the accounts is much easier so that fraud doesn't occur. Are you, Mr. Chairman, and Mr. Allaway, are you happy to take that on board so that that brings back the scammers and the frauds that happen online? Back to you, Mr. Chairman.
It's a really good question, and thank you for that. Unfortunately, the world in which we live is seeing a rise in scams. It's happening all the time, and scammers mostly prey on the unprepared. We've seen so many cases of that. We are continuing to educate our people, and our people are hopefully trying to continue to educate our customers. We've all got to be vigilant. The initiative from CBA is a good one. We're looking at that as well.
Mr. Chairman, what I'd like as a specific answer is, are you prepared to take it on board so it protects your customers, and there is a much less concern if we bank online without a name to track the transactions, and so that your customers are protected? So all I'm looking for is that an affirmative yes, or just still thinking about it?
Patrick.
So I can respond to that, and thank you. And
Patrick.
So we are working through the ABA. Obviously, we can't coordinate direct conversations with our competitors. Through the Australian Banking Association, there's a really strong initiative for us to share our information and for us to share our technologies. And we are working through the combined association to look at all options, including technologies that are provided by competitors. So we're progressing that. We recognise and we emphasise that it was $3.1 billion of lost funds last year in frauds and scams in Australia. It's up about 30%. It is the highest priority for the Australian Banking Association at the moment. We're launching a code of conduct. There's also some legislation coming out to protect consumers next year, and we're very focused on working together to achieve protection for our customers.
Would you consider another initiative is to get the software guys who are brilliant online to be one step ahead of these scammers, so collectively with all banks, that you can be able to track and stop all of this fraud, or as much as you can, by having the brains in the engine room trying to protect and prevent this to happen?
So I agree with you. It should be a utility that's shared by all the banks. That's utopia. Obviously, we need to get all the banks to agree to that. But what I can tell you is all of the banks are working very closely with the Australian Banking Association to progress that.
Thank you for that, Patrick. Second point is on customer care and customer service. You mentioned, thank you for both of your addresses. And I understand that shareholders are concerned about their share price and the values and all of that. Shares and price and shareholders, me being one, it's all pinnacle on customer care and customer service. Without your customer, you have no share price. Your shareholders will disappear. We must collectively, as Bank of Queensland, as shareholders, as customers, as managers and employees and team members, really take the baton forward, the Olympic flame torch, and really help and give customer service far beyond what's happened in the last 5 years. It has to be the pinnacle, the paramount process. You take care of your customer, give outstanding customer service, your share prices will look after themselves, believe me. All of your credentials, letters and before and after your name is wonderful. I've read all your bios, they're fantastic. But if we don't take all that experience and put it into use, it all means nothing. Your customer is your priority. Your shareholders will be looked after because they're spending the money in your branches with loans, with credit cards. It is where it is. That's looking after your customer service. That's where it starts and that's where it ends. And your share prices will go through the roof if you take the time to do that. Do I hear collectively, yes, you agree?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Great comments. Thank you.